Metal! 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 Motherfucking Metal Overdose. That is the title of the series that I just started on Final Bosses because it would get flagged to fucking back here on YouTube. It's one of the things that I've been wanting to do for years upon years upon years, but just haven't been able to because record labels were like, that's our music. I understand that you're just trying to get it out there to even more people and let them know how awesome these bands are and these songs are and all of these artists, but fuck you! And then take all that shit down. I've had video game companies do it with music, so record labels, obviously. Hell, even my brother's own band, when I just put together like a little trailer to go and sponsor their new album, that shit got flagged, and they were sitting there with me while I created that shit, so it's a pretty common thing. But on Final Bosses, free and clear of that kind of shit. The entire point to it is I just want to go and put recommendations for bands and songs out there for everybody to check out. I've been asked more times than I can fucking count, hey Alpha, what are some bands that you like? Hey, I want to get into metal, what are some bands that I should go and listen to? Hey, I'm into metal, can you recommend any kind of bands and songs or any kind of shit like that? So I wanted to put this together and I'm going to make it a weekly thing. It's not a huge, gigantic deal, but it's something that I've loved doing. If you follow me on social media, like on Twitter or Facebook, especially Twitter because I'm on there way more often, I'm always posting songs that I'm listening to at the moment. I'm like, here, check this out, here, check this out. Because I like spreading that kind of music around because it's fun. It's kind of like with games. That's why I like talking about all these niche underground games that nobody knows about. You know, when I'm discussing them, when I'm like, 3D Dot Game Hero is one of the best PlayStation 3 games you've never fucking played, it's because it is. It's one of the best Legend of Zelda games that Legend of Zelda fans have not played. And it's fucking fantastic. But I like talking about that because nobody knows about it. Because I've got my soapbox to go and stand on it in front of the fucking sea of the internet and shit. So this allows me to go and do that. Granted, platform's much smaller because it's on Final Bosses, which isn't ever going to be nearly as big as YouTube, but it's still cool to be able to do that. So I poured a lot of work into going and doing this, and I've got an entire format set up. It's very basic, but it's cool because it's music. It's music that I love because metal means a whole fucking bunch to me, and I just want to go and share this with people that I think might actually dig it. And if you don't like metal, then avoid it at all costs. It'll be absolute, some kind of fucking like thunderfuck to your ears. Now, beyond doing just that, I want to go and plug the other weekly show that I do, and that's the Lords of Thunder podcast. You might know a certain handsome gentleman known as the Happy Console Gamer, Johnny Millennium. Well, me and him have been doing a podcast. We're up to episode 6, I think? 6? Maybe 666. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Bad memory. But this, I can say, honestly, is one of the most fun things that I've done in a really long time. And for everybody that has been listening to it and tuning into it, has given us nothing but, like, the biggest fucking compliments. It's meant the world to me. You know, people I've ran into conventions and just folks online through social media and shit have said the nicest things in the entire world, how much, like, the show has meant to them, because we aren't talking about just gaming. We've talked about martial arts and kung fu movies, we've talked about anime, we've talked about video games naturally, we've talked about we talked about Dungeons and Dragons and role-playing. Just tons of shit that we don't get to talk about a lot on our channels. But on there, you know, we're just bantering back and forth, and each episode's about like an hour long, which seems like a good length for any kind of a podcast. It's not too long, it's not too short. That's what she said. But it does. The Lords of Thunder podcast means the fucking world to me, so I know it's on iTunes, it's also on the site, and by the way, the download link is fucked up on there. We're trying to go and get that fixed because currently the thing that we're going through it's fucking dumb. I don't know. We're trying to go and fix it. I know that there's a workaround with right-clicking in Firefox, so there is that. Just bear that in mind. But we are looking to get it fixed. So yeah. But seriously, the show is really good, and also if you don't know, GameSack is on there, the Game Chasers are on there, Shane from Rera's on there, 8-Bit Eric's on there, so it's a bunch of us guys that have been friends for a long time, just putting exclusive content on there, just shit that normally we can't put on our basic channels, and just stuff that we thought would be kind of random and fun to do for the fuck of it. So, FinalBoss.com, everything's in the description, by the way, so that might make it easier. I notice lots of people never realize I'm putting like tons of information and shit in links and descriptions, and they never know that. Well, now you know! Ha ha ha! Anyhow, so, Lords of Thunder podcast and Metal Overdose, both of which are two things that will only be on there, and as well as, you know, there's other shit that I have planned, because, again, just running into getting videos flagged and copyright bullshit on YouTube, it's so fucking disheartening whenever you work really hard on something and it gets taken down. Like, one of the videos I had, the most perverted Japanese PlayStation 4 video, that's on there. Like, and I was so fucking happy making that. It was one of the best videos I truly feel that I got to make, and it was at over 200,000 views, and then it got flagged for no fucking reason. And when I went and argued against it, they came up with, like, bullshit reason. Oh, well, it was this. Oh, well, I guess he was right about that. Oh, and they just changed their mind numerous times. I was so fucking livid about that. You have no idea. I was flipping the fuck out. But it's on Final Bosses, so there is that. Anyway, just want to go and kind of plug both those because I thought people would like it. So, podcasting, metal, and, well, you know, good shit. Anyway, this is AlphaOmegaSin, as always, nerds, nerdettes, and gamers game the fuck on!